What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Fig Heel YouTube channel, and it is time for random wrestling merch of the month, and I'm gonna give you a quick sneak peek. Alright guys, so this month's Random Wrestling Merch of the Month episode is brought to you in part by my Unreleased Wrestling Figure Coloring Books Volumes 1, 2, 3, 4, and of course Color Mania, which features the first 3 volumes for a discounted price. All of these are available on Amazon.com. Thank you to everybody who has ordered them. Thank you to everybody who has left a review. So far, there's been nothing but great things said, and everybody who's sharing them. For those of you that don't know, what's inside is a lot of information on different unreleased wrestling figs. But here's the way the layout is. It'll have a coloring page of what it looks like, a drawing I did. It'll have a QR code that you scan, and it shows you the actual prototype, information on everything, the wrestler's name. So let's show you a couple cool ones. Here is PN News from the WCW Galoob line. We have Diamond Stud from the WCW Galoob line. Let's see, what do we have up here? We have the infamous Greg the Hammer Valentine. Of course, we have Green Trunks Macho. There's newer stuff too. We have, where's my reflexes? Gold Dust from the Vinyl Aggression line. Really cool stuff. And we're also being sponsored this month by HeroesHideout.com. Get over there, order your wrestling figures, use code FIGHEEL at checkout to save 10%. And they're also offering $4 flat rate shipping, so you could buy 20 figures and shipping's only gonna cost you $4. Not to mention, their prices are basically retail. With the 10% off, they're gonna be below retail. You are saving money by going over to HeroesHideout.com, using code FIGHEEL, and saving 10%, and saving on shipping, and getting new figures before your local Walmarts and Targets. So get over there now and support Heroes Hideout, support Fig Heel. But that's not why you're here, right? Let's get into why you're here. Also, before I forget, hit me up on TikTok at Fig Heel. We're getting a lot of followers, a lot of views, and we're having a lot of fun with you guys. Different content than what you're finding on the YouTube. Get over to TikTok, download it if you don't have one, make an account, and follow Fig Heel. First up for Random Wrestling Merch of the Month, I think these are pretty cool. I found these recently, had these as a kid. Around the Attitude Era, something else that was very popular were yo-yos, fireballs, omegas. So WWF naturally got into the yo-yo game in 1999, and they put out these. They light up, they make sounds. I have Sable here on the pink background. I have The Undertaker here on the purple background. It's got the WWF logo, old-fashioned, with the new scratch logo on the inside. And you'll notice there's a button over here. Sable's doesn't work. Okay, but The Undertaker still does. It's amazing. 22 years, this thing still works. The bell tolls. And it lights up a little bit. You see one single light. I loved these as a kid. I loved supporting WWF and showing off that I was a huge wrestling fan. Didn't bother me one bit. And I loved yo-yos. I was actually pretty good at them. I couldn't tell you one thing to do with this right now, because that was 22 years ago. But I remember being very good and being able to do some pretty cool tricks. But it was a whole different world then. Everybody had yo-yos. I remember everybody in school at recess would have yo-yos, doing them around. These weren't the best quality. They didn't have the ball bearing in the inside, but you know, they were cheap little odes to what was going on in the world then. It's a pretty cool little time capsule. Next up, also from the Attitude Era, all this stuff today is from the Attitude Era. This is something I don't see a lot of people having. This is a Stone Cold Steve Austin plastic mask. The success of the Kane mask was through the roof around this time in 1999, so they put out a Stone Cold Steve Austin, naturally, their most popular wrestler. And this is a little bit better quality than the Kane ones that they put out. It is the smoking skull without the smoke coming out of it. It says Stone Cold. It's got a mouth hole, 2 eye holes. They were fairly cheap, but this is a harder plastic than what the original Kane masks were. They were very, very thin. The Kane masks, very thin. I'll show that on another episode one day. He's got the skull, the nose. I think this is awesome. It's an awesome display piece. So I tied it right up here at the top, and I hang it in my additional figure room, which I don't show too often because it's a little bit smaller, but I love having this in there. I think it's a cool little weird item of my favorite wrestler of all time, Stone Cold Steve Austin. It doesn't fit my head anymore because my head has grown since I was a 10-year-old kid, but doesn't matter. It's still a piece of my childhood, and I remember getting this and was excited about it. Next up, another Stone Cold item. We're Stone Cold heavy. This. Now, this was basically a rib, I think, on me because I never ordered this. Somebody mailed this to me, and I did it in an unboxing one time, and I was like, what is this? I've never ordered this. I think somebody was trying to rib me. Could have been Fig Vault. Maybe it was my dad. But this is a WWF Attitude Straw Hugger by Ringside Supplies. So I don't know who Ringside Supplies was, but they pretty much only did wrestling stuff. And it's got Stone Cold Steve Austin with the Austin 316 vest doing his traditional arms up pose that he does. And I have no use for this. It only loops around 3 times. I don't know why it's in the package. Maybe I'll open it and just put it in my kitchen and use it for random stuff. Maybe if somebody comes over, they want to use an interesting straw, you can. But yeah, this is definitely some random wrestling merch. Next up, my favorite item of today, but not the last item, is this WCW NWO Arts and Crafts game. And it's one of my favorite display pieces for WCW merch. It has Goldberg facing Hollywood Hulk Hogan. The sculpt is amazing. The only color besides the gray areas is their hair and Hollywood Hogan's bandana, which I think is really cool. And it opens up like doors. And there's the art set inside, which I'm gonna talk about. So the first thing is the rules. It's a ring. You can't tell, it's a ring and it has rules on both sides. Inside, this is for the winner. You get the World Heavyweight Wrestling Champion, WCW NWO, where the big boys play title. I don't know why I colored it that color. I was a kid. But there it is. And inside there was like pencils and pens, a score pad, game pieces, and a spinner. But these are pretty cool. This is part of the arts and crafts of it. These are like trading cards that you had to use 12 stickers to build the picture. As you can see, they're all squares, 12 squares. So here's Hollywood Hulk Hogan. It says 6'7", 275, Venice Beach, California. Atomic leg drop is his signature move. Kevin Nash, 7'1", 367, Phoenix, Arizona. The truck stop powerbomb is his finisher. We got Sting, 6'3", 252, Venice Beach, California. The Scorpion death drop. We got Goldberg here. What's it say? 6'4", 285, Tulsa, Oklahoma, the jackhammer. There's somebody who doesn't get a lot of WCW merch, and that's Rowdy Roddy Piper. 6', 235, Glasgow, Scotland, the sleeper hold. And on the back, it's like a scorecard, but I'd never used them. Macho Man Randy Savage, 6'1", 230, Sarasota, Florida, the flying L drop off the top. Lex Luger, 6'4", 270, Atlanta, Georgia. He does the torture rack. We got the Giant, 7'4", 500 pounds, Tampa, Florida. He does the choke slam. We got Brian Adams, 6'6", 300 pounds, Kona, Hawaii, and it does not have a signature move for him. Another guy who doesn't get a lot of merch. The Hitman, Bret Hart, 6', 234, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. He does the sharpshooter. And here we have Scott Hall, 6'7", 282, Orlando, Florida, the Outsider's Edge. DDP, 6'5", 253 pounds from the Jersey Shore, the Diamond Cutter. So that's pretty cool, these cards. I don't really know the concept of the game. I never played it, never cared to play it. I just kind of liked building these cards and having them as a kid. I didn't really care about the game, oddly enough. But, and then there's the game pieces, which I'll show you, which I think are pretty cool. We've got Lex Luger, Hulk Hogan, Sting, Diamond Dallas Page, Macho Man Randy Savage, Bret the Hitman Hart, Rowdy Roddy Piper, Bryan Adams, Kevin Nash, Goldberg, the Giant, and apparently the champion in this game, we've got Scott Hall. He's got the title on there. I guess it was the only one that really would fit. And this one's funny, the Ref. I don't know why they couldn't just put a picture of Charles Robinson in there. I think that would have been cool. But yeah, so that's the art set / game. Interesting random wrestling merch of the month. Guys, I was an anal kid, so I kept all the pieces to everything. Every accessory that came with my action figures, I had, and I bagged them up. I was a collector even then. Yeah, crazy. And last but not least is something I think I'm going to start getting into. Wrestling lunchboxes. This is a 1999 Stone Cold Steve Austin, what is this, nylon, I guess you'd say? Lunchbox, and it's got a cartoon image of Stone Cold Steve Austin, my favorite of all time. It says Stone Cold Steve Austin in the old school font, the WWF scratch logo, Austin 316 on the vest. Pretty cool. I'm a sucker for cartoon images of wrestlers, especially like from the 90s and 80s. I just think they're so cool, stickers and such. So I had to have this. I love it. I would prefer this stuff over actual images. We've seen images 100 times, but I like this type of artwork, which is why I had to have this. You can see a little bit of his knee brace down there, which is pretty cool. I loved Hulk Hogan's Rockin' Wrestling. I just love the cartoon style. I wish they would do like an old school cartoon for like WWE, WWF legends, or even current guys. I think it would be really cool and well received if it was done the right way. They've tried a couple things, but I don't think they've ever really done it the right way in recent years. But yeah, so here we have the random wrestling merch of the month, and let's recap it. My favorite is probably this, the Hulk Hogan and Goldberg art set. We've got the Lunchbox, the straw, we've got the mask, and of course the yo-yos. And last but not least, we can't forget about Fig Heels Unreleased Wrestling Figure Coloring Books, Volumes 1, Volume 2, Volume 3, Volume 4, and of course, Color Mania, which features the first 3 volumes for a discounted price on Amazon.com. And also head over to HeroesHideout.com. Use code FIGHEEL to save 10%. Hit us up on TikTok. Hope you guys like this video. Come back next week for more, and next month for more random wrestling merch of the month. Take it easy, guys. Peace.
If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Instagram and TikTok at FigHeel. Check out my book series on Amazon and my merchandise on ProWrestlingTees.com/FigHeel. Head over to Heroes Hideout for all your figure needs and use code FigHeel at checkout to save 10%.